Hello guys, welcome back to another Different Tiers 2 video. Today we're going to be talking about what are the best of 5 statistics in the game. I'm going to leave my socials, Twitch and Kick where I might stream as well. Some survival games, Different Tier 2 and such. Leave my Discord, Twitter, Instagram and such. I highly advise you to join my Discord so you know what is happening and everything. But yeah, let's get on with the video. Let's get it! Okay, first guys, we're going to talk about the DPS wise. What are the top 5 statistics DPS wise? The first place, obviously, majority of you knows, is Reaper's Sight. Reaper's Sight can have 75 mutated, can have 23 incoming damage, can have 15 movement speed, 45 find unique item chance, and 15 damage versus infected, which is a lot, you know. But we're looking here at the mutated in terms of DPS. That's the majority of that's the main stat we're looking at. So it's 75 mutated, nothing can beat it. Reaper's Sight number 1 in terms of DPS. That's number 1. Second one is Scarecrow's Cross. Scarecrow's Cross can have 65 mutated, which is quite a lot, and can have 44 damage versus infected and 15 movement speed and 45 find unique item chance. Nothing can beat it in terms of damage versus mutated. Nothing in the game currently. Okay. If you cannot get Reaper's Sight and you want to have really high DPS, highly advise you to get Scarecrow's Cross. Third item is Gore Tumor. The Gore Tumor can have 63 mutated, which is a lot. Can have 27 incoming damage, 45 HP, 32 walk speed, and 12 movement speed. If you can get Gore Tumor, highly advise you to get it. It's a very good statistic. Third in terms of for DPS. Now let's move on to the fourth. Fourth is Barbecue and Run. Barbecue and Run can have 54 mutated and can have 27 sprint speed, 54 sprint duration, and 27 sprint cooldown, and 27 jog speed. That's the only item in the game with those stats and they can have that high mutated. 54 is quite a lot, and with all these mobility stats, it's really good. Fifth one, Two-Headed Devourer. Two-Headed Devourer can have 54 mutated, 10 movement speed, 42 XP gain, and 16 incoming damage. It's fifth because the movement speed is like very low and you get 54 mutated, you know. I mean, otherwise it will be like, in terms of mutated, it shares the same spot with the Barbecue Run. But I've put Barbecue Run in fourth spot because you have 4 mobility stats, while on Two-Headed Devourer you just have 1. So have that into consideration. Okay, now guys, we are moving to the overall stats on the statistics from number 1 to 5, okay? Number 1 is gonna be Gore Tumor. You were all probably expecting Reaper's Sight, but I'll explain you why. Gore Tumor can have 63 mutated, right? Can have 27 damages, can have 27 incoming damage, 43 HP, can have 32 walk speed and 12 movement speed. It has mutated, right? It has defensive stat, which is incoming damage, then another one, HP, has 2 mobility stats, which is walk speed and movement speed. Not a single statistic in the game can have these stats. That's the only statistic in the game that can have these stats. Nothing in the game exists such as this thing. If you do not have a Gore Tumor, I highly advise you to get it. The best statistic overall, nothing can beat it. I'm very happy with the mine that I have, and I highly advise you to get it. You'll be very happy because it's just insane. You can use it as a primary weapon if you wanna, you know, build a chainsaw character, and you can also use it as a statistic. Nothing comes close to it, okay? Now, the second one, Reaper's Sight, obviously. Due to 75 mutated and 23 incoming and 15 movement speed and 15 damage versus infected and 45 find unique chance is, you know, the second place. Which all these stats are very helpful. It has mutated, which we need. It has incoming damage, which is defensive stat. It has movement speed, which is mobility stat. It has find unique item chance, which helps with finding uniques, and has 15 damage versus infected, which helps with clearing, you know, zombies infected. That's, you know, not much, but it helps. You know, it can help in some situations. The third one is Barbecue and Run. Now you might think that Scarecrow's Cross will be the third, but it's actually Barbecue and Run. Why? Because Barbecue and Run has 4 mobility stats and has one damage set, right? Mutated. The mutated can go up to 54. Sprint speed can go to 27. Duration can go to 54. Sprint cooldown 27 and jog speed 27. If you wanna get this stat stick, and if you have like where you can pair it in what build, you get barbecue and run. If you have, this is a very good combination. The best you can probably do in the game is if you have commerce suit and pants, because you can trade. You don't need any incoming damage then on a stat stick, right? But you can trade because you don't have sprint cooldown on the pants, and you get it here, so you can get up to maximum sprint cooldown without having it on the pants, which means you have one extra line that you can get instead of a sprint cooldown, which is a big thing. Also, you get sprint duration on the pants, right? And you have sprint duration here. So you'll be able to run for a very long period of time, which is insane. Not a single stat stick has these stats. Otherwise, I don't know how else would I have it in the build. I mean, if you don't want to have maximum incoming damage, you don't have to you don't have to worry about it then, because you'll lose incoming damage because you don't have it on barbecue and run. If you don't get hit quite often, go for it. But I always advise, because you never know. You may not play perfect every day. You might do a mistake, and you might get hit by tentacled sided enemies, and then example, you're fighting a Reaper, he jumps on you, he has sights, he's bloody, one shots you. So because you don't have high enough incoming damage, the max, right? So that's why I think barbecue run is like, depends on your playstyle, like what type of a build you have, but it's third. Fourth one, Scarecrow's Cross. Due to 65 mutated, 45 infected, 15 movement speed, and 45 find unique. As I said, infected helps, with clearing infected, can be quite helpful, especially because it's 45. 65 mutated, very high. It's the second one in terms of, as we said, in the mutated, so nothing to say about that. And find unique, helps you with finding unique. It's very low, but it can help, guys. All right, the next thing we are talking about is Two-Headed Devourer. So that's the fifth stat stick, because it has 54 mutated, it has 10 movement speed, 42 XP gain, and 16 incoming. So it has, it has damage stat, right? 1. It has XP gain, which is, if you want to farm enhancers, that's good. If you want to get prestige levels, that's good. And that incoming damage and movement speed helps a lot, Incoming is not high, but it's decent, But due to these 54 incoming damage, we can trade some incoming damage. Due to these 54 damage versus mutated, we can trade some incoming damage, So I think it's 5th overall stat stick. I highly advise you to get it if you can. But now I'm gonna go and further explain you some other stats in terms of, if you do not get these stat sticks, what you can get as from elite and rares. Okay, what are the important stats? So let's move on to that. So what stats you should look for on the stat stick, like example, on if you do not get these stat sticks. Well, definitely for your first stat, you wanna either have, depends, what are you a sprinter or jogger? But if you're a sprinter, your first stat, sprint. If you're jogger, jog. Second stat, you obviously want to have mutated, right? For damage versus mutated, so if you're bossing, it's very important. Third stat, you want to have some defensive stats, like HP, incoming damage, okay? And for the fourth stat as well, HP, incoming, whatever you have of those. Both, if it's possible to have both, is great. Fifth and sixth stat, extra, will be like search speed, XP gain. You can either go jog if you're a sprinter, right? So extra is jog. You can go walk speed if you want, but I really don't think you need that. What else you can go? You can go for find unique. You can go for find the elite and find a weapon. So those are the stats you wanna go for. So example, try to have a stat stick with sprint speed, mutated, incoming damage, HP if possible. If not, sprint speed, mutated, incoming, and like search speed. That would be awesome if you can get something like that. Or you can also go sprint speed, incoming damage versus mutated sprint duration. You can also do that. So those are kind of the stats you want to look for on your stat stick. I hope this was helpful. I really tried my best. I tried to explain it as best as possible, because there's there's majority of builds there's a lot of variations with the builds that you can do. So it's like, it really depends what stats you need in your build. You need to know, like, you need to play the game so you can figure out and understand how things work. But I hope this was helpful. I tried my best, guys. I'm gonna leave my Twitch, my Kick where I might stream, my socials, Discord. I highly advise you to join my Discord if you want to stay up to date with what is happening and such. So thank you guys for watching. I really hope this was helpful. I really tried my best, and I wish you an awesome day, and I'll see you in another video different to you too, guys. Till next time, peace, love you all.